Hello and welcome, or welcome back to Spectral Readings. My name is Cameron, and this is a reading for the sign of Virgo. Smash that like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you so much for being here. Happy blessed new year to you. I've just been absorbing this new year and the new energies, and transitioning into a new year is a very personal experience. So this is when you're realizing things about what happened in the past year and what can happen in the year ahead. A lot of us have a lot of big shoes to fill this year ahead, and that's a wonderful thing, but it's a great responsibility. So I hope you're all listening and paying attention to all of your very specific messages that are coming to you at this time. And as far as general messages, I think that's the general message that I have for you, is that you're probably receiving a bunch of very specific to you messages that will help you process your year that just passed and be prepared for the year ahead. And also, I want you to try to be neutral, a neutral observer. Anything that seems to get a reaction from you, this is a great time to shift out of the way you used to react to things and transfer into a new way of being. Those are the general messages. All right. Again, like, comment, subscribe, personal reading and donations through my website, but let's get this started. First reading for Virgo, 2021. What's up? Okay, so there's definitely a feeling of positive energy in your house. Perhaps you've been cleaning. Perhaps you've been aware that you're going into a new year and doing some things to prepare yourself for it. The Nine of Cups just came out. This is a card of celebration. Well, you know, I hope you had a good celebration. That's cool. Perhaps you rang in the new year with friends and were safe and nothing bad happened. That would be wonderful. Six of Swords here. Virgo, this is good. Now, it did come out upside down, and I will pay attention to that because some of you might not have this confidence. You might not have the confidence that you are in order and you are going in the right direction. But some of you definitely do have that confidence, that feeling that you have all of your ducks in a row and that you're able to move forward and move ahead. Now, also, there might be a lack of clarity. Like maybe you trust yourself, but you don't trust that the world is going to be as it should be for you to move forward into it. Like you might have all of your ducks in a row, but you might like pop a tire in a pothole, something like that. Not to curse you. I don't mean it, that won't happen to you. Okay, what else? Some of you may be feeling a more special connection between you and a pet that you have. Page of Wands. Yep, there's definitely a message about having stronger connections with people or animals. You might realize that you have more in common with someone than you originally thought. And that's wonderful. Building bridges. There's something about building bridges in this new year ahead. But with this Page of Wands, you might be looking to jump onto something or kind of get moving, get started. Like, okay, so there's a new year here with the Nine of Cups and the Six of Swords. You have yourself together, and then it's like, what next? What can I do? Now, if you're feeling like you aren't in order, maybe it would help you just to like write down on a piece of paper like your daily schedule, or just to write things down. There's something about that, because if you have everything accounted for, you'll at least have that first step down instead of having everything perfectly in order. Like, don't stress too much about that. And it might just help you if you feel like you have everything accounted for. Now, the Hanged Man came out. And this is a pretty important message. It feels to me like when something spooky happens, like a noise you aren't expecting and your stomach drops. That's the energy of this card here. Perhaps some news is coming in that makes you feel like you don't know what to do. I'm actually going to clarify this card specifically. Yeah, Ace of Swords here, and it did come out in reverse. 2021, I'm reading reversals. Context is more important to me always, but these two cards together, Ace of Swords and the Hanged Man, what I'm seeing is you're not confident that you're able to do something. Almost like you feel ineffective. And the Ace of Swords, I'm also hearing that you feel like you need help from somebody. You need someone's like a second opinion, someone's advice. It's like you don't feel like you can do something on your own. And here's your advice. If that's you, here's this Page of Cups. Now in this deck, this is Narcissus finding his reflection. And good for him because that's his story. I mean, we all know how it ends, but it's not going to end that way for you. Your advice here is to just sit down and focus on yourself. Think about yourself. Look at your best qualities and fall in love with yourself. And then when something happens, you'll have a sense of what you can do. You'll know what you can do and you'll value yourself. Instead of this wacky Ace of Swords energy, look at her upside down, that's just not right. Instead of that wacky energy, you'll have a better sense of like trusting yourself. There's a need to trust yourself here. And also just trusting that like that you matter and that your part in things matter. That's actually pretty complete for the tarot. I'm going to move on to the Oracle. Okay, what's this Virgo needs to know Oracle? Some of you might have like a lot of expenses at the beginning of the year, and it might feel like a whirlwind. Something about that. It's like you have the resources, and here I am picking up on the Six of Swords again. It's like you have the resources, and you kind of have everything together. You know, you at least like have a plan, and you're just waiting for everything to be as it may. You need to get to the other side of it before you can really have that sense of comfort and security. That kind of energy, if that's you, that could be wrapping up as soon as like the middle of January. If it hasn't already happened. Some of you might have already gone through that. That's how I feel, because this Page of Wands comes after. So once all of the pieces have fallen into place, that's when you're going to be like, what can I do? And you also have to focus on loving yourself and like what's good about yourself and what can you do. So take stock of the new year. Think about all of like the energy that's taken place, all that lies ahead. Be yourself and then ask the universe, what can I do? What is my work? Okay, Oracle. There's definitely a need to clean your energy a lot at the beginning of the year. For a lot of you. Something important about that, and I also see somebody like wearing white. So perhaps you might be like really trying to distance yourself energetically from problems of the past. A lot of the higher like priests that I know, so to speak, they wear white when they're in their house. With a white hat. Okay. This card, Not For You, came out, and it's in reverse. And I'm going to read this to you. It's also number 6. Don't chase after what flees from you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. There's nothing romantic about what is unavailable, no prize given for torturing yourself, and nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving since you began your pursuit. Now is the time to walk away. There are other goals, other loves, other games, other successes waiting for you. The way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Spirit wants only the best for you. This is a sign that you have something much better waiting for you. And that is awesome. Because if this card came out right side up, it wouldn't have been as positive, just the way this deck works. Something is coming in for you, but something that just was not quite working for you in the past. I'm thinking definitely the past year. It's time to let go of that energy so something new can come in. Like in the beginning, I believe I was saying something about changing the way you react to things. Like, let's say you have this one thing you care so much about. It's time to give that up because something new will blossom out of that energy, and I hope that means something to you. I'll talk about this a little bit more. It could be an old habit, kind of like chasing a dragon. I'm picking up on something that maybe you put a lot of time into, and I'm not saying quit your businesses. That's I'm definitely not saying that, but it could be a friendship that you have. But what I'm picking up on more, and it's hard to put into words, is it's your way of reacting to something. Like maybe you're too closed off from people and you thought you were doing that because it's like a good thing for you, but really that needs to kind of go away. Like something that you obsess over that is not good for you. And I think that you will know what that is. Since everybody is different, I won't dip into each of your personal lives. Because, like I said at the beginning, this new year energy is very personal. So I'll give you another oracle card. Okay. Building blocks in reverse. And soulmates. This is beautiful. I'll read it to you. Building blocks, number 28. So instead of whatever was not working out for you, there is a new thing coming in, and it's going to be quite good for you, but I think it might take a little bit of work. I'll tell you about it. Now is the time to address the cracks in the foundation of your life. Yep. Perhaps your values have changed, and it is time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve the vision you have for your life. Yes. Thank you, Oracle. Or perhaps you chose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement you have entered into is not right for you. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You will be so happy when you do. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life far beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what's not solid. So this not for you card did talk about flags you've been ignoring, red flags. And this building blocks card says, yes, you have to address them. And just be very honest. That is kind of a general energy that's been going through my personal readings recently as well. Is there's a need to just be like flat out and honest. Even if it's like an elephant in the room, like you think, you know, everybody knows about it. As soon as you talk about it, it'll feel so much better and you'll start moving in the right direction. But if there's uncertainty and unresolved energy, it will help to talk about it. Now the soulmates card. You are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. So like I was saying, is a lot of you might be letting go of an energy of like keeping others away. And the soulmates card, as well as not for you, says that once you can do that, people will come in and it's part of your evolution. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life only for a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. And it sure feels like those are all the messages. Thank you so much for being here. Smash that like, comment, and subscribe. Happy 2021. Donate to the channel, personal readings through my website. And anyway, thank you, and I will see you next time.